All right, happy Tuesday. It is that time of the week for us to have a savvy class where we discuss important topics that can include everyday oils and young living products that we can add to our everyday lives. And today we are going to talk about sleep. So my name is Amanda Fogel, for those of you that don't know me. Just a mom that loves using Young Living products and loves to share things that I have learned as well as things that I use to help me with things such as sleep. So let's dive on into tonight's class, all about sweet dreams. So this is going to be your quick reference for better sleep. So we're not going to talk about everything that could help you sleep, but really just the basics on what you all can start off with to help you get better sleep at night. So first things first is, skipping pages. All right, so how much sleep do you really need? So yes, this information that I gathered is from the CDC. So just by your age, what is the recommended number of hours of sleep that you should be getting? So there's a little chart here. A lot of us in this group are moms, so we might fall into that 18 and above for our age. So we are recommended to be getting about 7 or more hours of sleep. What I found very interesting about this is every other age is, if you take a look, 10 to 13 hours, 9 to 12 hours, 8 to 10 hours. 18 years and over is just 7 or more. So it's really dependent on who you are as an individual. It depends on what you're doing in your daily activities, your diet. It depends on a lot because depending on our diet and if we're exercising and things like that, we might need more sleep at night to recover our bodies because we're exercising, or if we're not eating right, our body might need more sleep to go ahead and recover from that as well. And here's the thing, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Those are things that also fall into what might be preventing you from getting a good night's sleep. But yes, at 18 or above, you should be getting 7 or more hours. So at minimum, every one of us should be getting at least 7 hours of sleep. Now, of course, the maximum, depending on who you are and the type of day or lifestyle you might have. And if you're in the chats on Facebook or on the Zoom, I want you all to type in how many hours you all actually get of sleep per night. And that's consistent hours, not you're waking up after 2 hours and so on. But I'm very interested on how many hours each of you are actually getting. All right, so why aren't we sleeping? There are a lot of reasons why we might not be sleeping. These are a few of the reasons why we might not be sleeping. And yes, I got my source down there at the bottom, so you all can go check out Forbes and the Sleep Doctor to read up a little bit more on this, but I'm going to talk about it. Number one is the brightness of your room. Yes, each one of us has different lights that we might be more comfortable in sleeping in. Think of your kids. Your kids might be more comfortable sleeping with a nightlight. Whereas me, I love sleeping in the pitch black. It needs to be completely dark in order for me to sleep. Again, everyone's different. Is there too much light in your room? Is there a light in the other room that is catching your attention that is preventing you from sleeping? Or even while you're sleeping, is it catching your eye in the middle of the night and waking you up? I'll be completely transparent. The other night, my daughter was in my room and we had a nightlight on. I did not sleep well at all because it was a nightlight. It was a colored light that changed colors. She slept great because that's what she needs. I slept horrible because there was a light on in the room. The next one, anxiety and depression, I can tell you is probably the number one reason why people don't sleep. We are up, we are anxious, we're thinking about our day, we're thinking about things that didn't go the way that we may have wanted it to go. We're thinking of conversations that we had and things that we should have said. We're thinking of tomorrow. What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen with work tomorrow? What meetings do I have to work tomorrow? What did I not prepare enough for tomorrow? It's those anxious feelings of our days that we had, things that are coming up, and of course, there's those depressed feelings that we could have too. Again, everybody goes through things in life, and we all have our highs and our lows. So those are things that could be preventing you from having a good night's sleep too. Your temperature. Are you too hot or are you too cold? Are you scared to are you too hot but too scared to put your leg out on from underneath the cover because you think that the monster is going to come grab your leg at from under your bed? Maybe, but you need to turn your fan on. Do you need to turn your fan off? The temperature of your room and of your body could also be preventing you from having a good night's sleep. Screen time. Screen time is one big thing too. I am terrible with screen time, especially before going to bed. I'm on my phone, I'm texting friends, just scrolling social media, but that is preventing my brain from shutting off and just going to bed. And yes, screen time and scrolling can lead to those anxious feelings and the depression feelings, because you see a post, you might feel inadequate because of something that somebody else is posting, and then those feelings start coming up as well. So screen time is another big factor of why you might not be sleeping. We already talked a little bit about your mind and things that are on your mind. Caffeine is another thing. Make sure that if caffeine is something that is preventing you from getting a good night's sleep, that you have a time during the day that you cut that caffeine intake off. Because again, caffeine, when do we usually take caffeine? In our coffee in the morning to what? Wake us up and get us going in the morning. So if we're having caffeine later on in the afternoon, it's going to prevent us from going to bed at a good time in order for us to get those 7 or more hours of sleep. Another thing is diet. If we are having just heavy carby meals at night, you may not know this, but while you're sleeping, your body is doing a lot of things to restore and rest and get yourself ready for the next day. So if we're not eating right before we go to bed, our body is battling against itself. It's making us uncomfortable. It's giving us the inadequate sleep pattern, and then we're not restoring our bodies for the next day. So we're really just not setting ourselves up to have a successful next day either. Because again, don't have a good night's sleep, you're groggy the next day, you're miserable. A lot of us are moms, and if we do not get a good night's sleep, and if we are groggy or just miserable in the morning, our kids are waking up ready to roll. No excuse on our end. So we have to make sure that we are getting a good night's sleep in order to take on the next day, and to make sure that we are there to help and support our kids too in a positive mindset. And of course, I love naps. I love a good nap. All right. But if we are napping again too late or too late in the afternoon, that's going to prevent you from going to bed at a decent hour. So again, there are plenty of reasons as to why you might not be sleeping. These are just a few. So what can you do to prepare yourself or to help yourself get a good night's sleep? All right, good night blend. Here we go. I will tell you, cedarwood is the one thing that helps me get the best night's sleep. Not only myself, but my daughter too. So cedarwood and lavender are those two things that are really going to help you get a good night's sleep. So how do these two oils help me get a good night's sleep? Cedarwood is going to bring oxygen into your cells. And it also stimulates that melatonin. For those of you that don't know, melatonin is that fun chemical that helps you get to sleep and stay asleep. So if you are using cedarwood, you're actually stimulating that melatonin to be produced in your body, which is going to help you get to sleep. It's also very emotionally calming and grounding. So think about it. If you are anxious, if you are having those depressed feelings, this is going to help kind of alleviate some of those feelings, and it's going to help you get a better night's sleep. Mixing it with lavender, that also promotes relaxation, that is going to reduce that mental stress. And it's also promoting the regenerative sleep. So regenerative sleep is that sleep that is helping you restore and repair your body during sleep. Is actually a fun fact that I didn't really know until I started diving into other research. But by mixing these two oils, you're helping yourself promote the stimulate that melatonin. You're helping yourself get to sleep, stay asleep, and also helping your body repair itself while you are sleeping. So this is a great blend. Funny story, I actually spilled cedarwood in my kitchen one night while I was making a roller bottle, and I spilled probably a fourth of the bottle out on my kitchen. My kid and I have never slept better because it spilled, we smelled it, And within probably 30 minutes of that, we were knocked out in bed. Best night of sleep I ever got. I probably should do that every night to make sure that I'm getting my 7 hours of sleep. All right, so how can we make our dreams extra sweet? So we have our cedarwood and we have our lavender. By adding stress away into that blend, it could help you a lot. It could help you with getting just a better night's sleep, because think about it, we're stressed out from our day, we're having those big emotions, we want to try and alleviate some of those feelings and emotions. Stress away, the name is in on the bottle, right? So it's going to assist us with relieving the daily stress. It's promoting the relaxation, supporting that mental calmness, and of course promoting restful sleep. So I'm sitting here telling you guys about these 3 oils, and you all are probably wondering, how in the world do I even use them? First and foremost, put some drops in your diffuser and diffuse it right before bedtime. Okay. You could also use these oils topically as well. Put them on your wrists, put them on your temples, put a few drops in your hands, rub them together, make a scent tent, and take a couple of deep breaths. That is what's going to give you the better night's sleep than if you're not using anything at all. So that is some oils that you could use to help you get a better night's rest. And you also want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for successful sleep. So, are you setting yourself an alarm for bedtime? No, not are you setting yourself an alarm to wake up in the morning. Are you setting yourself an alarm for bedtime? An hour before you want to go to bed, put an alarm on your phone. That is going to be the time that you make sure that you do your nightly routine. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. You're going to wash your face. You're going to do your nightly routine with your oils. You're going to stop using your phone. No more screen time once that alarm goes off. And you're going to mentally and physically prepare yourself for bed. That way, when that hour has passed, you're ready for bed. There's nothing else to do. You lay in your bed and you're ready to roll. Well, you're ready to lay there and to go to sleep. All right, you also want to make sure that you are staying hydrated throughout the day while we're sleeping. That is 7+ hours that we are not drinking anything or taking any kind of liquid intake. By making sure that we are hydrated throughout the day, we are successfully setting ourselves up for those hours where our body is restoring everything from the day. So remember what we talked about. When you sleep, your body is restoring everything internally, physically. Your body's working while you sleep. So you might be sleeping, but your body is still at work. You want to make sure that it is hydrated in order to actually do that work. So make sure you are drinking that water throughout the day. We're not loading up on soda to hydrate. You're loading up on water. Add some lemon oil to your water and hydrate yourself. Also, write down your game plan for tomorrow. Now you're going to do that before your alarm goes off for bedtime. Why are you writing down your game plan for tomorrow? Because if it's already written down, you're not laying in bed trying to fall asleep, as well as trying to figure out, what time am I waking up tomorrow? When am I going to do my workout? What am I making for breakfast? Oh, I have to pack my child's lunch. You're not doing all that. Your plan's already done before you go to bed, so you don't have to worry about that when it is time for you to lay down for sleep. And again, I'll say it again, I'm really bad at this one, but cut your screen time. An hour before you go to bed, no more phone, no more TV. Cut the screen time an hour before bedtime. Give yourself that time to mentally remove yourself from the screen. Also, one thing that I do know that helps a lot of individuals is place a sound machine. Some people like soft, peaceful music. Some people like thunderstorms, a soft rain. I have a friend that played a jacuzzi sound while we were on vacation together. She played jacuzzi bubbling, and it helped her fall asleep. Yes, Allison, I'm talking about you when we went to the West Coast 2 years ago. But sounds could help you stay asleep and fall asleep as well. And if you need just a little bit of extra help, these are 3 supplements that I have actually used, and I probably need to get back into using in order to help me fall asleep and stay asleep. Sleep Essence. So this is actually designed from Young Living to help you fall asleep. It includes that melatonin, and that melatonin is what is helping you fall asleep. Now, the thing with Sleep Essence is it is designed for a season. It is not designed for you to take for the rest of your life every single day. It is designed for you to take for a couple of weeks. And then after you've taken it for a couple of weeks, you begin to wean yourself off of it, because what you are then doing is you are assisting your body. So it includes melatonin. But as you wean yourself off of it, you are helping your body create its own melatonin in order to help you create that healthy sleep pattern. So the next one is Super D. I actually did not know this before I started taking Super D, but vitamin D is actually known to be a great sleep support. So if you are taking vitamin D, you're helping yourself set yourself up for sleep. It also takes part in regulating your circadian rhythm. So your wake and sleep cycle is what vitamin D helps you with. So by taking Super D, you are helping yourself with your wake and sleep cycles. Last but not least is ImmuPro. So with ImmuPro, not only does this include melatonin, which is helping you sleep, but it's also helping you support your immune system as well. So again, remember, while we're sleeping, our body is working. If we're taking ImmuPro, we're helping our bodies fall asleep, and we're helping our immune system and giving it that extra boost while it's to work while we sleep. All right. So the melatonin is going to assist you with falling asleep, and then your body's working and helping your immune system. Right now, we could use all the immune system support we can get. All right. So again, very quick class tonight on just the basics on things that could help you fall asleep and stay asleep, and different things that can help you with setting yourself up before you even fall asleep. If you are not already a Young Living member and you are interested in getting some of these products and getting yourself a good night's sleep, there are 3 ways where you can unlock the 24% off savings. First and foremost, I'm going to recommend that you reach out to the individual that invited you to this class in order to get you set up with the products that you're interested in. Make a list. And then how you're going to unlock that 24% off, the first way is by submitting a 100 PV order. Here's the cool thing: if that's what you do for your first ever order this month, you're going to get a 10% off coupon to share with your friends or family. So you'll get one coupon to share with a family member or friend if you submit that 100 PV order. Okay, along with unlocking that 24% off. The second way is adding just one item to our subscribe to save. So subscribe to save is where you get points to then use on future orders. And then you're also unlocking that 24% off savings as well, just by adding one item to subscribe to save. Last but not least, if you really enjoy using Young Living products, if you've used them before, you might not be a member, or even if you already are a member and you love your products and you're interested in just sharing to possibly make a commission off of it, sign up as a brand partner. If you're brand new, that also unlocks the 24% off. If you're not brand new and you're already a member and you're interested, again, speak to the individual that originally signed you up. If not, speak to one of us. We're here for you to help support you and answer your questions. But that is all that I have for you tonight. I hope that if you have at least cedarwood, lavender, or dress away, you're putting that on before you go to bed. And I hope that you have a good night's sleep tonight.